Get the vibes.
Get the vibes, man. We don't fucking know what we're doing.
Do we ever?
No. I fake it till you make it, baby. That's the
Yeah.
motto.
I'm the eldritch horror that lives under your bed and will eat your socks. Kira.
Hi, I'm the goblin that lives under your shed, Emily.
And
We
welcome.
did it!
Yeah.
And welcome to
Gremlins by nature.
hell yeah, baby, that's us. Foreshadow, we don't know what we're doing, but we're just gonna hang out and chit chat and
The vibe is shit show, and we love it here.
yeah, we are a hot mess. I mean, peep the title, Gremlins by Nature. We get distracted by shiny things, and
I make a lot of weird noises, and so does my friend Emily over there.
yeah, get ready for that all up in your ear holes. So yeah, today, I mean, we had this idea. Okay, let's do this. How did we birth this? This has been birthed. This project. I don't like that I'm saying the word birthed, but conceived. This was brewed up. I have been wanting to do a podcast for fucking ever. Not gonna lie. I have my partner and a few of his buddies have done podcasts on and off together. They currently I'm not gonna plug them right now because you're not getting a plug in the first episode. But they do some YouTube stuff currently. Follow us on socials and they'll be tagged and shit. So you'll figure out who they are. But so they do like some YouTube stuff right now, some Let's Play action, and it's always been something that I've been really intrigued by. I will plug, I'll be a little shit and I'll plug American, but they're actually not running at the moment, sadly. But life happens, So yeah, so a lot of friends have done podcasts and done that whole thing, and I was like, I want to do this. I like to talk. I like to talk to friends. I talk far too often. So Kira, tell me to shut up when you need to. But I was thinking the other day, that is my cat. You're probably going to hear a lot of her in the background.
Also a gremlin. We
Also,
love the vibes.
like, she is pure chaos energy, like incarnate. So flashback to, I think it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah. No, it was like Thursday night. Yeah. That's about right.
Yeah. So Thursday night I was at work and I was like, man, what if like Kira and I did a podcast together? Because there's a very high chance within the next year or so we may end up being roomies. So I was like, that'd be real easy to run a podcast with somebody I live with. You can't not make it to a record session if we live together. And I was like, man, but like, what would we call it? And I was like, well, we are the Gremlin Energy crew. So like, maybe we just call it Gremlin Energy. So I was like, I have to tell Kira this. So I texted Kira and I was like, hey, yo, I got this random ass idea, but I need to tell you.
Yeah. And I was in my kitchen making dinner. I had like just finished and was like doing the dishes. I know I'm extremely boring. Let's not even talk about it. But I get the text and like already like loving the vibes because like I have also been thinking about podcasting or like YouTube in general for a while because I have a lot to say about a lot of different things and I have a habit of going on tangents. Fun. And so like I get her message and I see the name Gremlin Energy and I'm like, I love that, but also like just her and I like naturally are gremlins. So I'm like, well, what about we try like gremlins by nature? Because that's like the base root of who we are as beings.
I love that it's true, actually. I was going to say I hate that it's true, but I don't. I love it.
Hate to love it.
Hate to love it. Hate to love the Gremlin Energy. The Gremlin Energy runs high in this household, and that's what basically this podcast is going to be, and it's going to be great. We are going to eventually talk about... Sorry, my cat is going psychotic. We are eventually going to talk about... we'll have certain topics and stuff some days we talk about, but for, I guess, a slight pilot episode, we wanted to just kind of chit-chat. Oh, you just got...
I got slighted by the cat.
You got hardcore slighted. She swerved your curve.
Oh my god. I don't know how to feel.
Oh no. And now she's just staring at the window. Anyway, okay, this is not a we're watching my cat and narrating it podcast.
Like I said, distracted very easily.
Be ready for it, folks. Be ready. But yeah, so I sent you the text. and you immediately were like, oh my god, that would be fun, wouldn't it? And then I was like, I mean, yeah, like, if only, unless we could legitimately do this, because it wouldn't be that hard. Because, you know, we're both huge fucking nerds in general, but also, because I'm the try-hard gamer that I am, and try-hard Twitch streamer that I am, and so is my partner, we already had recording equipment, so we figured why not? Not the best quality recording equipment, so don't get on my ass about it if it's not the best quality.
I mean, it's better than what I had. I had a recording app on my phone.
I mean, you did just get a little mini mic at Walmart.
Did.
That's some high quality content making equipment right there.
A little lapel microphone.
There's going to be a lot of just her screaming in the background, I feel, especially when she like gets up and wants attention.
Well, if she would have came over and let me pet her.
Kokanee. Yeah, please
Did we get
stop
that, folks?
whatever you're doing.
Oh my god.
She's swinging on the chandelier.
That's not a chandelier.
Well, I know, but that's the name of the song. She was swinging on my blinds.
I wanna swing from the chandelier.
So, can I don't want to take up all the air of me speaking, because that's not what this podcast is about. But I do want to share one of my favorite parts of us immediately jumping onto this idea of doing this podcast, and that was us creating our Google Docs and literally just like Harry Potter and fucking Tom Riddle messaging each other through the Google Docs, and just I took a screenshot out of it in case we deleted it, but like just the whole bottom half of us figuring out how we wanted the script to work.
Oh
like,
god, yeah. Which, by the way, I should mention that we have a very loose script that we're not really following right now.
Oh
but that's
god,
okay.
No, we're really not. This is like our pilot trial episode / trailer of like, these are the voices you're going to be hearing, and these are, you know, this is the random shit we're going to talk about and get very distracted on. Although, you know, through the magic of editing, who knows how well this is going to turn out. We can cut out a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I took a screenshot of it in case either one of us deleted it later, but it's just the like back and forth of me and you having a conversation within the Google Docs as like each other is typing, and it's my favorite thing, and it's gonna be like the first thing to go up onto our Twitter, because we are on Twitter and Instagram at Gremlin by Nature. That's us, baby. Come find us. I can't do art shit, but Kira can, so I'm bullying her into eventually drawing stuff for us.
Oh yeah.
So
it's gonna happen. I'm currently on vacation from my job, so I have some free time on my hands.
Oh yeah, I guess tell us a bit about yourself, Kira. What do you do for a living? What do you like to do for fun?
Oh.
What do you do when you gremlin around? I don't know.
Well, that put me on the spot. God
oh
dang.
Yeah, I'm gonna know.
Oh fuck you.
Hey, we gotta have something to talk and fill some time.
Well, okay. My day job is actually as an animator. I work as a retakes team animator, so that basically means that I go and I do like the little like final edits before comp gets it. If any of you listening out there are animation nerds, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Me not being an animation nerd, I'm gonna assume that comps is like the completion team to make sure that everything's ready to go.
Oh yeah, they
Amazing.
do like basically.
I'm so smart.
They basically like take everything that like the audio and everything and export it and make sure that it's running correctly. I don't do that. I go frame by frame and fix little drawings and move things around that need to be connected to each other. And sometimes I get a little stressed while doing it. When I are you fucking taking a picture?
Of course, I have to take behind the scenes photos. I'm sorry. Continue. We need content, bitch.
Oh, fuck yeah. When I'm not guzzling down coffee while staring at a computer screen all day, I draw outside of work because I have no other hobbies. That's a lie. I crochet too. Currently working on a blanket.
Our entire crew is just slowly getting more and more like grandmothers, and I both love it and hate it at the same time.
Oh yeah, like I started like growing out like grandma style like pointy nails, so now when I crochet it just looks like an old woman's hands working on a blanket.
Although I don't know what grandma has pointy nails like that, darling.
When my hands are like wrinkly, also like I don't know, some of like older women that I've seen have kind of pointy nails.
What kind of Baba Yaga old ladies have you been meeting down there in the fucking woods?
Well, that's just it. I grew up in the woods, so maybe it was Baba Yaga. Who knows?
If we say her name 3 times, she appears, doesn't it? Isn't that Baba Yaga?
No.
Just kidding. I know that's not Baba Yaga.
I was gonna say Baba Yaga's the witch with a chicken house.
I fucking love. I want a Baba Yaga hut.
Right.
When I have chickens, because it's gonna happen, they are getting a Baba Yaga hut, which might be like slight cannibalism, because like it's chicken legs, but like not cannibalism, but like
No, there's something weird about it.
yeah. But they're either gonna have a hobbit hole or they're gonna have a Baba Yaga hut, and maybe they'll have both.
Speaking of hobbit holes,
Yes.
Emily, my little hobbit,
It's me.
tell us about you.
Me. I I like to say I don't do much, but then you look at anything social media related to me and I do far too much. I do stream on Twitch. At Lil Halfling on basically fucking everything you will find me.
Shameless self-promo.
Shameless. I self promo even though I haven't streamed in like over 6 months. But work has been a bitch. I currently work right now as a night custodian within the schools in our area. Just got permanent, so medical's kicking in. Your bitch is so excited to go to a chiropractor and have my back broken in a different way. Never mind. I'm gonna stop that right there.
I didn't think of it like that. I was thinking of it more of like, like the word back broken is.
The way you were looking at me, I know what you were thinking.
You don't know what I was thinking.
We share the same.
Not everything is sexual, Emily. God.
Okay, well, I'm called out in episode 1. All right. So I clean. That's basically what I do. I'm kind of all over the place with jobs. I've worked a lot of random jobs in the last, since the panoramic, which that is not going to be a topic we talk about here because we don't need to focus on that sad shit that just happened. And is still currently happening in a lot of places. Actually, one of our friends may have just tested positive for COVID again.
We haven't had contact with them in a week though, so
yeah, we're good.
should be
I'm
okay.
also like not worried. Like I work alone, so like for me, I'm not really worried about getting it again. Because like yes, I work in a school, but I am there by myself at night. I work with cleaner all night long because I'm cleaning and sanitizing desks. So like I'm not super concerned about it. I mean, I caught it in the summer when I was there by myself and no kids were in the school. So like
very true.
I didn't catch it at all for like the 2 years I was working there during the pandemic.
I know, which was weird.
Which,
like
I worked in retail.
Yeah.
I worked at a liquor store during the pandemic and didn't catch it. And then I'm working. Actually, no, I went to go see some titties, and that's where I caught COVID. Because another thing I do, I am a photographer. So I do a lot of shit, guys, and I'm.
You should really check out her portfolio for burlesque. It is amazing.
Thank you. I've had so much fun doing it. I just got to do another show, and there's like 3 or 4 shows coming up within the next 6 months that I'm hoping to weasel my way into doing as well. It's honestly one of my favorite things. There's part of me that would love to do photography full time, but it's just such a fun passion for me that I'd be scared to do it full time and have like and lose that part of it, you know? Like if I'm forced to do it, I don't feel like I'd have as much fun with it.
Which is a lot of the things with like following your passions. I mean, like they always say that like if you do what you love for work, it's not really work. And to a certain extent, I do agree to that fact.
Mm-hmm.
But as someone who has always wanted to do animation since like they were younger, or like comic books or stuff like that, I can kind of attest to it still does feel like work. It's just a little less like, oh, it's not as monotonous, I guess. Working on closing the window. Getting a little bit of feedback because Coco, the cat, the crazy one, keeps trying to bust outside.
Oh god, I'm trying to like not make noise, but my fucking microphone is in the worst position. Oh god, I'm gonna burp.
There we go.
Yeah,
You
you're
feel
also
better,
gonna get an
darling?
earful of those. I'm gonna do my best not to do it right into my mic, but as anybody that plays video games with me can attest, I'm not the best at it. Okay, anyway. But yeah. So I do photography. I work in the schools. I also am in the military, which the custodial job is kind of a midway thing for me at the moment, as I am trying to do military a little bit more full time. But there's a fitness test I have to pass, and my chubby ass is taking its dear sweet time being able to do so.
But I think you've made like a lot of progress.
Thank you.
Like even like because like, we started going to the gym together because I wanted to kind of beef up a little bit because I
Gender question.
yeah, a little bit of a gender question.
Question mark, I meant to say, but yeah.
No, I think like gender question just
Okay,
in general is
yeah.
like yeah, okay.
Gender?
It fluctuates,
Yeah.
but like I want to like feel like a little bit like more muscular just for like for my own peace of mind, and also
Oh, yeah.
because like I still for some odd reason equate muscles to being healthy. Not always true, by the way. Just want to put that out there. But like in the very few rounds of gym trips that we've been to, like I think you have gotten immensely better.
Thank you. We do need to get back at it, and now that I'm not working overtime at work, we'll definitely get back to that this week. Yeah, and I guess maybe we should also discuss a little bit of like how we know each other, because we are coming up on like our like a year since we've known each other.
In probably it would have been
I wanna say
around
I met you the first time like early October.
yeah, the first time it was like a little bit before I wanted to do my Pumpkinhead photo shoot.
Right.
Because
I was
I'm
gonna
that person.
And we're gonna do another one this year
Oh,
because I'm gonna take them for you.
Exactly. Keep an eye out.
I can't wait.
But no, I would say it was probably like around like October 15th. So
You have a much better memory with this kind of shit than I do, so I trust your judgment.
I'd say it's like around there.
Yeah.
Because like it was
Spooky season for
it
sure.
was a couple weeks before Halloween because I still like went and like carved extra pumpkins and stuff.
Right.
So carved many pumpkins. But yeah, so we're about a month off roughly from our first friendiversary.
Hell yeah. We met through a mutual friend of ours. And yeah, we've just kind of we joke in our friend group that we are a little bit of a hive mind, and we just kind of keep collecting people because we're all very like-minded individuals, and we all share one brain cell, we've learned.
We do.
And Kira and I have learned very quickly that we both, when we share the brain cell, it is very much in gremlin mode 24/7. So we have bonded very quickly over our gremlin energy, and that is how Gremlins by Nature has been birthed, essentially. I hate again that I used the word birthed, but here we go.
Just a long collective of time spent together. It's like finally like, okay, we gotta subject everyone else to this, because
Exactly. And it's like, another thing about it too is like, it's a fun way for us to learn more about each other too. Like, because I know a fair amount about you, and like I know generally a fair amount about like your general interests and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, when it comes to like Greek mythology and like the more of the mythic shit that we'll eventually get into in an episode or two, like I would love to hear all the knowledge you have about that, because I think that is so fascinating, and
far too much.
Too much of a lazy bitch to look it up on my own. So and then I am also dragging you down the rabbit hole of D&D,
which I've wanted to learn, but again, I was a little too lazy to look up things.
as I sip from my new D&D mug I just bought at Spirit Halloween today, which I'm not going to ASMR because that's going to sound horrible, but I am going to take a sip from it.
It's like the Kermit sipping tea meme.
But me with my D&D mug. Took you to buy your first set of dice today. Oh, we did a bunch of shopping today, didn't we?
Did. I regretfully spent a lot of money.
Ditto.
Not that much. Okay. But well,
relatively not that much, but
yeah.
like more than we maybe
in the
should
realm
have.
of Halloween shopping, because I am, and I believe you are too. As soon as I'm not feeling the summer vibes anymore, I automatically
mid-October or October, fucking goddamn it, mid-August, I'm done with summer, and I'm like, okay, bring me sweater weather, because I am a chunky bitch. And I'm done sweating my ass off every moment of every day. So bring me that nice, cool sweater weather, which today was,
peak.
Beautiful.
So, like, in the terms of, like, Halloween shopping, I don't think I really, like, spent that much, like, because I was like getting like, you know, spooky shirts and stuff because I want to have like a lead up to Halloween.
I fucking love the shirts you got today. That one button up that came with the tote.
I know.
I am like,
I got a special Halloween tote.
I love your outfits and shit in general. Like your general aesthetic is like amazing.
Thank you.
But one of my favorite things every time I come to pick you up and we're like going out to a friend's places. So Kira and I also live like 5 minutes down the road from each other, which is just complete happenstance.
Yes.
But it's amazing.
We
So
didn't find this out until about the second time we hung out.
well, 'cause we both lived in the same city, which I don't know how open we want to be about locations and like names and stuff of where we live, but we'll figure that out as we record. I generally don't care. We are
We are
Canadians. We are on the east coast of Canada for anybody outside of that realm that is listening.
So you can kind of already assume where we might be from, like,
I would love to see people's guesses. Like,
yeah.
comment or tag us below, even though it's audio form. Find us on Twitter and let us know where you think we are from.
Leave us a
within
comment.
Canada. Leave us a comment. Oh yeah, this might go on YouTube. Leave us a comment on where you think we're from.
Say what's up.
What's up? What's up, homies?
What's up, baby?
That
was bad. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I love it. So when I first met you, which was like almost a year ago, was when I picked you up because you and other friends were. You guys were What?
We were all like, you guys had like got back from a K-pop event.
Oh yes.
Because
Yes.
yeah, it was a K-pop event.
Oh, it was the Stray Kids thing at
Yeah.
Boardroom Cafe. That's what it was.
So like they had like, because it was like a Halloween themed one.
Mm-hmm.
So like they had like come to pick me up because we were originally gonna do some Halloween head shoots.
Right.
And
And you were going to their place anyway.
Yeah, and it was just like rainy. So it's like we like, as much as I love rain because I am that person that really loves rain.
Literally every time it's raining, we get a Snapchat from her that she's outside walking in it.
Yes, it's great. Very manic pixie dream girl.
We cover all the aesthetics here just between the two of us. It's great.
It swaps. But like I didn't really feel like laying on like wet leaves. So we just kind of went and like vibed at my friend's house. Well, our friend's house. And yeah. So
I got such ADHD brain where I completely forgot where this story started. Oh god, that's going to be the worst part of this, isn't it? Our two easily distracted asses forgetting what tangent we are off on and where it originated.
we were kind of saying about like where like we were from without saying where
yes,
we're from.
I was saying I picked you up. There we go. We got back there. Train's back on the track. My favorite thing about not only your outfits is seeing what makeup you do with your outfits, because I say this to you almost every time, I fucking love you doing makeup, period. Like, your makeup is always so on point, and it's so fun, and like, I think it was like a blue starry look you did one day. I think that's so far one of my favorites that you've done.
We went out to sushi and I decided I wanted to be extra.
Hell yeah. I love it. It's so, like, every time I pick her up, I just like, well, she fucking dyed her hair the other day and got in the car, and I got completely distracted and didn't even notice because I was just like, oh, your outfit looks so good. And like, her hair was like the color tone matched the tone of her outfit, and I was just like, I didn't like.
Hey, Emily.
I didn't notice. Did you dye it again?
Yeah.
I was. Oh my god. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it looks darker, but also
I had a little bit of a hair dye malfunction, so it didn't look quite the way I wanted it to the first time. So I have now dyed it again, and I went over it with like a dark gray.
yeah,
and it kind of
it looks
blends
more
a bit
gray
better.
because it was blue last time.
Yeah, I was trying to do blue roots.
Oh my god.
Didn't quite work.
I swear to God, I noticed, but I just didn't say anything about it.
Mhm.
Well, because when you snapped me last night and it was like just like from your eyes up, I was like, did she dye her hair again? And then I just didn't think anything more of it. I'm gonna sound like the biggest asshole, but okay.
It's okay.
Maybe I kind of noticed, but didn't notice.
Honestly, I don't expect people to notice at this point because I pretty much like dye my hair like every like a week.
Just that subtle. Hey Emily, oh fuck, did you dye it again? There's a clip.
That one's going in the official trailer, I think.
Oh, this is gonna. Part of me just wants to clip this whole entire thing and put it out. Like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll listen back to it and see how much we hate our own voices, which is going to be a lot because I hate my own voice.
Mood.
Even though I love to talk.
Big mood TM.
Where else did we go today? We went, we're going to, I feel like if we say the convention name, people are going to get even further.
We're going to a local con.
Yeah. Oh my god, it feels so weird being so vague. I am not this vague when I'm streaming. I'm like, yeah, I live here, here, and
You
here.
see, I have to be vague for my job because I have NDAs.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, like, I have kind of worked around certain ways of saying things.
Oh, I'm just too much of a blunt bitch to bother with being, beating around the bush about shit. But I will. I mean, people will figure out. I think I have the province we're from on like Twitter and stuff, but I didn't like obviously put the city. So that'll be a little giveaway for people. But anyway, yes. So we're going to a local con. Kira is like ready to go with her.
I've been ready since June.
I'm so excited for your costume.
I know. I picked up the last little bit I needed today.
I'm so excited to see the whole thing.
I know.
Like, are you going to do a cos test or are you just going to like go for it day of?
I think I'm going to do a cos test because I kind of want to get photos beforehand.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes. We will 100% do photos. Also, we'll come up with some like art trade deal for you doing a lot of the art for this, and like I'll just take photos. I don't care. You don't have to pay me.
I feel bad though.
Well, then you can do art for me. You draw my D&D character a little bit more, and we'll call it even.
Oh.
I 110%, like when it comes to photography and stuff, like 9 times out of 10, I would be more than happy to do an art trade rather than getting paid for it. Like if you're also an artist and you want some photos done, like half of my wall in the current room that we're sitting in right now and recording this is art that my friends have done for me.
That is true.
And I would love to keep that going. And currently, I don't have anything from you on my wall.
You know what? That is true.
I've got a few things. I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a few things from 2 different people.
Yeah.
And then I've got one thing from one of our other friends that she just gave me for... Was that my birthday?
It was.
That was my birthday, and I'm so obsessed with it. It's just a little bit of BDSM on my wall, and it's amazing. Which actually goes very well with my friend Jess for like my birthday like a few years ago. Drew me like this other little like cute little girl posing and showing off her titties, and it's great. My house just gets slowly more BDSM and like
it's tasteful,
titties.
though.
It's great. It's tasteful BDSM. Yes, actually, it's. It's from Stray Kids Red Lights music video. So
shout out to the K-pop fans.
Fucking you're gonna get a lot of that. We have so many ideas and like so many plans for this, so I really hope we stick with it.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we will. We're enough of like want to do it but need somebody else to motivate us to do it that like we'll get each other to stick to it.
We did kind of say that about the gym though.
I mean, the gym has been more of an issue because of my work schedule than anything.
You know what? Fair.
Because my tired ass can't get home at midnight and then also be up at 8 a.m. to go to the gym with you.
Yeah, which I'm like fair.
Yeah, but now that I'm back to working like my regular hours, like this week, well, Monday afternoon we'll go.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to spend the day with the chickie, and I don't feel like she's gonna let me leave in the morning to go to the gym. So.
I don't expect her to.
No. Which is fine. It's cool.
She can have you for the morning.
I guess she can have me for a day. But yeah, we can go Monday evening, and then yeah, for sure the rest of the week, like I'm down for mornings.
Because it's usually like a little less crowded in the evening too, so I don't feel like as weird about it.
True. Yeah.
This is gonna be bad. I don't like people.
Goes to a public gym. Does not like people.
But I don't have enough discipline to work out in my own home, so I go to a gym.
When we get a house, I really want to get a little bit of a home gym going on though, like either in the basement or like if there's a garage or something with the house that we get, end up putting like some equipment in the garage.
That's not a bad idea.
So then I can actually like bully myself and you if you come live with us into it. So of course my phone has been so quiet all day, and now that we're like sitting here trying to do something, I'm like, people stop trying to talk to me.
No, I get that. Literally anytime I joke about this. Anytime I leave the house, I get like a million messages, and it's like, why? Like I've been home all day. and then suddenly, as soon as I decide to go out, the radio silence stops, which is like, fine. Like, thank you for talking to me. I enjoy it, I guess. I am making myself sound like such a like curmudgeon of a human being. I like groups of people when they're small. I don't like big groups, and I don't like the feeling of having a million messages come at me at once because it is very overwhelming.
Aside from our group chats that we have like with the girls, any other group chat I've been in, after being in it for like less than 2 days, I end up putting it on mute and just like check it when I go click on like Messenger.
That's fair.
Or I have it set to like, if I'm tagged in something, I'll still get the notification, but if I'm not, I don't get it because I get same thing, like I get very overwhelmed. I love being in group chats and like being a part, like
The
in
tea
our
is hot.
yeah, like in in our in Jekis's Discord, like I'm in there and I'm reading everything, but like I don't talk in it much, so part of me feels bad about that. Also, Jekis is one of our nerd friends, and he is a part of the team with my partner that does. I feel okay using his gamer tag because that's what he promotes, so we'll call him Jekis for now. But
Till you
he's
get to know us a little.
yeah, till you get to know us a little, till we also, clarify with other people that they're okay with us using their names in this kind of format.
Oh yeah, because we've been kind of secret about.
Yeah, we
this.
haven't told anybody that we've been doing this.
We told like maybe like 3 people, because like you did mention it today when we went to the D&D store.
Yeah, I did mention it to them because I knew.
But to be fair, they are technically yours and your partner's friends, so they kind of already knew something was brewing.
Yeah, exactly.
But all of our close friends and family,
nobody knows.
no.
Nobody knows. Who's gonna know?
No.
How
would
are they
they
gonna know? I'm so ready to just fucking do nothing but queet. Oh wow, quote. That was woo.
Queet.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Gremlins by Nature. This is our first and last episode. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Oh god, no! I completely lost that train of thought. We're just gonna ignore that now.
It was about like we were talking about like how we didn't tell anybody, and like feel free to like tweet that or something.
Nope. I completely nope. Brain got embarrassed and it went. Nope. Abort.
You see, the idea with like this whole thing is also to like get us a little bit more like used to like talking in public and stuff, because I have projects that I want to do in the future that Emily will maybe be a part of depending on how things go.
A prime example of me fucking up voice acting is whatever that word was that I just tried to speak.
But you know what? That's the fun of it. Like I've done a little bit of voice acting, not very much, but like the little bit that I have done, you feel kind of embarrassed while doing it anyway, but as long as you're having fun, who cares if like you say things wrong? Like we got like all the time in the world. True. Especially if it's like a personal project for me kind of thing, right? I know that like not everyone's ready to go with voice acting right off the bat. You gotta build up to it.
Yeah. Well, I used to work when I was, I'm just getting a little bit of dead air go there because I hope that these do not pick up the motorbikes and shit going by on the highway. But anyway, I used to work at a museum and I would like do the announcements over the PA for like when we were closing down, or like if we needed, if we had a lost kid that was trying to find their parents or whatever. And I more often than not like had a few different people come up and be like you should be on the radio. You have a beautiful voice for this.
You
and I'm
have
like,
a really nice voice.
I hate my voice, but I don't hate it. I shouldn't say I hate it. But like when I hear it back, like when I go to listen to this episode and like edit or like, clean it up a bit, I'm going to be like, that's not me. What the fuck is that?
When I was younger, I used to sound exactly like Elmo. I have video and audio recordings of it, and I can still kind of sound like Elmo if I try hard enough.
D&D honestly got me into like really enjoying like using different voices, because obviously when you're playing a character you try to do that, and it's one of those things where I don't think I would ever seriously make it or try to be a voice actor, but I do enjoy the idea of it. Like, I do
Yeah.
think it would be fun.
And like the thing is like there's always like a need for a voice actor, whether it's cartoons, whether it's commercials. There's
Mm-hmm.
always something that like voice actors can get work relatively easy, in my opinion. Feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know much about that general
Mm-hmm.
area. But
Do you deal with or have much going on with like your work when it comes to having voice actors for the shows you do? Or
well,
I don't know if that's NDA and you're not allowed to talk about it, but
no. I mean, like at the studio that I work at, we do have a sound recording booth,
okay,
and I have voiced a character before for a children's TV show.
cool.
You would not be able to understand a word I'm saying, but that's okay.
I love that. That's
I
awesome though.
I recorded in a closet because like they got me to come in because like it was they were still renovating
Mm-hmm.
the sound booth, so we went into a little closet and I'm just sitting there trying my darnest.
Screeching into a microphone. That's basically all we're doing
Oh yeah.
right now.
No, I feel a lot more comfortable than I thought I would with this.
I know, right? Like I keep like double checking our volumes and stuff while we're here talking, and I'm like, "Oh, we must be like 20 minutes in." We're like 40 minutes in already.
Really?
Exactly 41.
God damn.
Right? I thought this was going to be hard for us talking for an hour, and then I realized once we get going, we just keep rolling. So
Natural born chatterboxes we are.
I heard natural porn, and I got real confused, but you said natural born.
I apologize.
It's all good, darling. It's all good.
No, to anyone that says I don't talk a lot, that's only because like I'm still like getting like comfortable with people.
They gotta match your gremlin energy, baby.
They do.
They do.
But like probably like the first time we met, I wasn't very talkative at all because I was still trying to like suss out
Yeah.
everything. But like honestly,
I go from 0 to 100 literally when it comes to talking. Like I'm kind of the same where I'm a little shy at first, but then if you let me ramble, I'll fucking talk all day long.
yeah.
And it's not always, as much as I joke about it, it's not that I like the sound of my own voice. It's just that like the ADHD brain is just we're gonna info dump and see how they react.
And you know what? I think it's worked out so far.
Hell yeah. I mean, we're doing a podcast together, so we must like each other.
Yeah.
Sorry, my watch is updating me that my mother posted on Facebook. I don't know why. She's like the only person on Facebook I get notifications for. And I'm like, ma'am, did you set this up yourself? Like, why do I get posts when you do things?
I don't know. I find that like only like certain people will spark a notification for anything on my phone, and it's
Her
kinda
and like
weird.
one of my high school friends are like the only two that I get like, hey, they posted something on Facebook.
Hmm.
And like maybe it's just 'cause they've been around long enough that I just didn't take off that setting for them or what, but
You know what? That could be it.
maybe. But it's okay 'cause my high school friend just had a baby and she's fucking adorable, so I love seeing all the pictures she posts.
Oh.
She's my little baby girl. I love her. Little squish. Babies are so cute. I don't want one, but they're so cute. That's a lie. I want one someday, but I don't want one right now. But they're so cute. That's why I'm glad my friends are having kids, so I can just...
Can be the fun aunt.
Right. That's like the number one reason I joined the military, so I could have military discount to take my friends' kids to cool places. Or take myself and my friends to cool places.
I honestly always forget that like military people get discounts for things.
My mother reminds me more often than I ever think about it, because like I'll go to Old Navy and she'll be like, don't forget your military discount. I'm like, it's like 10%, but also 10% on sales is like, I got a lot of shit,
I was gonna say we love a sale.
right? I go to the outlet.
Spirit Halloween, when it comes to time for it to do the sale thing, we're going back because
Oh, hell yeah.
Halloween lives in my house 24/7.
I loved when you started putting up your decorations.
I still have to get more because like right now it's more of like just like an autumn vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I do plan on putting up a couple more things.
Yeah.
Because like the way my apartment is kind of like set up, I'm not really sure if I'm going to get any trick-or-treaters.
Mm-hmm.
But I still
Yeah, to
wanna
your specific one, I don't think you would, 'cause it's like
Yeah.
around the back to get into your apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put like a candy bowl by your window, or open the window and throw candy out again.
I could.
You could do that.
So like I mean it's whatever. I like decorating for me kind of thing.
Hmm. I used to really enjoy decorating, but now that I've lived on my own and don't own decorations, I just kind of have fallen out of doing it. And also, like,
You have 3 cats.
I do have 3 cats, and one of them loves to eat everything possible. Actually, 2 of them do, because they're both trash goblins. So they just love eating plastic or whatever they can get their tiny mouths around. Um, but yeah, Coco, she like Erin was the first cat we had, and like we adopted her from the local shelter, and like she was born at the shelter. So like we always used to say she doesn't know how to cat, because like she literally wouldn't jump up on the couch for the first little while we had her, 'cause she grew up in that little cupboard basically that they keep them in the shelter, and just like didn't know how to be a cat.
Yeah.
So since getting Alaska and now Kokomi, she's definitely like warmed up to it and has gotten better. But Kokomi is like the purest kitten chaos energy that we've ever experienced, because she's the only one that we didn't like adopt from the SPCA. We got her straight from like a family friend.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So she's chaos incarnate and loves to destroy everything.
And 10 out of 10 will use your body as a springboard.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's okay though. She doesn't usually like put her claws out, so like it's fine.
Yeah, she is good with that. She doesn't claw often unless she's like I got a jump scare of her like jumping onto my shoulders one day from behind when I didn't know she was going to, and like because I spooked, it spooked her and she dug her nails in a bit, but even like when she's jumping up, she's pretty good, which is great.
Yeah.
I think this was actually another long tangent that we went on, because I had briefly mentioned about the local con we're going to. But Spirit Halloween we went to today, and Glow Halloween, Glow parties. Kira's costume's all ready to go, and she's panicking more than I am, because I still have pieces on my costume that I asked her to help me with, which I'm staring at the chest plate right now. I'm being that nerd and doing my own homemade D&D character,
And I'm doing Hal Pendragon from Howl's Moving Castle.
which I am so excited for. I still have yet to watch it.
That's okay.
Okay.
I appreciate the enthusiasm anyway.
I still love it. I'm very excited. I very much know who he is, because it's almost impossible to exist in anime watching nerd spheres without knowing who Howl is.
Exactly.
But yeah, I have a Fire Ganassi barbarian that I play on my Sunday campaigns, and we love her. Kira's actually drawn her for me. We will, you'll see her. She is actually my personal Twitter's profile picture still right now, because I love that picture. It was the other drawing that I have of her for the longest time, and now it's switched to yours as well. But I'm trying to think of like a log in my brain of like, oh, things we talked about in the episode we can share on Twitter as well. So we can share that on Twitter. We'll also like tag our personals and stuff in the Twitter. In the Twitter. I sound like a boomer. Goddamn.
I was gonna say I'm very inactive on my Twitter, and like so anything that's coming from me will be from the Gremlins by Nature Twitter, because I suck at Twitter so bad.
I exist on Twitter a lot. I've not been the best for posting on Twitter, but like for this I will be, because I'll be like, oh, we talked about this in the episode. I gotta make sure to post something about it.
I'm usually just like vibing on like Instagram or on TikTok.
Yeah.
I checked one time.
Oh no! You never check your.
I know.
Never check.
I know, but I did.
No.
Give me a ballpark number of what you think.
Well, we are very much the same, so I don't know if I want to know how long you've been on it, because then I'm also probably the same, or if not worse, because I spend far too much time on TikTok. But I'm gonna say like 3 hours is my gut, but I feel like that's
okay. So, this is for like.
This is for social media in general, or just TikTok?
Just for TikTok.
Okay.
And I think this was like an accumulation of like a week's worth, because I'm not quite sure how it works, because my sister showed me how. It was around 16 hours. Now, I refuse to.
Okay, there's no way that could be in one day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, if we divide that by 7, by the way, I can't do mental math very well, so that's like roughly 2 hours a day.
Which like I mean, in the world of social media that we live in,
Like,
isn't all that bad.
That's like 2 and a 7th.
2.2.
Oh, okay.
2.28. I
That-
mean, 2.2 and a bunch of numbers, but 2.28.
Okay. So that's not really like that much when you think about it, but the fact that like it gives you like the week number stresses me out a bit.
No, I'm not going to go look at mine. We're not going to do that today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I
Sorry.
I can't stand the sound of silence, so I either have my TV constantly going or I'm always scrolling on TikTok because I can't do silent.
If I am sitting still, there's either music playing or I'm watching a video. Like even when I'm working on like photos, when I'm editing and stuff like for my shoots, which, oh my God, I'm so backlogged. I got to get some work done this week. I started doing weddings this year, y'all, and it's a lot of fun, but oh my God, it's a lot of work.
They're beautiful photos though.
Which also, sorry friends, I do have there's a wedding that I'm working on. I promise I'm getting work done on it, and even though I'm doing this right now, but they're almost done. I'll get them to you soon. But yeah, they're a lot of fun, but they're stressful. They're very stressful, especially the one that happened in July, but that was also 'cause my computer crashed and I lost some of the photos, and that caused a lot of stress.
I was gonna say you had no control over that one.
Well, I did and I didn't. You know, it's one of those things where like I should have had a better backup plan in place than what I was using.
Yeah.
But you know, live and learn. I ended up getting the photos back, and she got them all still within 2 months since her wedding happened.
Yeah.
Actually, it was still within a month of her
Which
wedding.
is fantastic for having to go through what you went through.
I'm just kind of wishing in retrospect, like now that I know who to go to if it happens again, to see if they can get the photos back for me. I'm not going to mention a fucking thing until I know for sure if they're gone. Because if I would have known that I was going to be able to get them back, I wouldn't have said anything, and therefore it wouldn't have stressed anybody out.
Yeah.
I would have just told her that like things got delayed and it was going to take longer. Which is also something I've learned along the way, because I've been doing photography on and off for I actually looked at my Facebook page the other day, and I created it in 2018. So I've been doing photography for 4 years now.
Oh, damn.
Now I very much do it as a hobby and don't do it like I personally don't call myself a professional.
I mean, I think as long as you're doing it and you're getting paid, that counts as a profession.
I guess I feel like it's too much pressure to call myself a
You know
professional.
what? Fair enough.
So I call myself a hobby photographer. But if people want to call me professional, that's up to them. But because of that, I never really, and like 9 times out of 10, I just did shoots for friends or like friends of friends that like, you know, I was comfortable with and stuff like that. So I didn't really have the best business practices in tow, not only for like general, but just kind of like to cover my own ass.
Mm.
So I've definitely been learning through the last year is when I've really been pushing to try and do it a little more frequently and do it a little bit more professionally. Like I've really learned, you know, setting better times for myself
Yeah.
and like this, that, and the other thing, and like learning the Google folders. Like you helped me
Yes.
with, or not folders, but the Google forms, and like you
Yes.
helped me, you know, with getting that consent for sharing on my own pages and
Yeah. Because there is
all
like
that
the
fun
whole
political
like
shit.
thing with like general commissions and like just like any kind of creative work you have to do. I am all for like you have to cover your own ass
Yeah.
because you never know what people are going to say or do,
Mm-hmm.
and especially with like photos, because that is a big consent thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it was something that like I can't let her not know
Yeah, and
this.
I hate to break it to you, but I still have yet to use the form.
It's okay. My commission forms lies dormant.
But I just, because again, like mainly I've still just been doing photos for friends and like friends of friends and stuff like that. But as you know, as my name kind of gets out there a little bit more, it is something that I want to try to push a little bit more consistently for like people I don't really know.
Yeah.
Just to have that coverage and to just know where people stand, right? Like just know, because I do a lot of event photography, anything from like drag. I actually haven't really done concerts or anything, which is kind of funny. It's usually where most people start. But I've done like drag shows and I've done burlesque shows and things like that. And like, so especially with the burlesque performers and the boudoir photos that I do, like that is my number one thing of like, is there any specific poses or like within the burlesque world, if there's a show that you did where like you don't want the reveal to be posted or something like that, you know, like 'cause sometimes a lot of them have like really funny skits done in, or like you know, some of them are really powerful performances with like these really amazing to these really amazing songs with like a really strong emotion tied to them and stuff. So I always love and like make a very strong effort to make sure that like I'm not sharing anything that they're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I also don't share anything until after they do.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to post it on my page before I send it to you, kind of thing. Because to me, it's like, they're your photos once I send them to you. I am just asking for the permission to also share them on my pages.
Yeah. And
so
that's like the main thing. It's different when it's like for like a personal portfolio. Like, for instance, with like animation. You have your portfolio that you send off to clients in order to get in order to be hired and see if like they like your style and if you're capable of being a part of their studio. And then there's the stuff that you show online.
Right.
There's certain things, specifically like more like NDA based, but if you work on a show, you can put stuff in there that is NDA related, but you can't show it publicly. You can only show it to the thing that you're. Yeah.
So they're okay to like like it's okay to use as a reference for jobs, but not as like a reference for a public portfolio.
Yeah, and I kind of consider any type of creative work you do, whether it's professional or not, is kind of like treated the same way that like you're almost in an NDA.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. And like for me, I've always done work-wise, like doing photography is the first like solo based thing that I've done. Like everything else has been like I've worked at Wendy's and I've worked for like this land development company and I've done like, you know, design for this company where I'm just like in the background and I don't deal with any of it. So photography has definitely been that first look or step into doing something where I'm like, oh, if something goes wrong, it's my own fault and I need to fix it and I need to figure out how to handle it properly.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But Coco, what are you doing?
I think she sees the inside of my bag.
She's just like staring into the oh no, you know what I think is happening?
Oh dear.
So the couch that you're currently sitting on folds up. It's from IKEA. So like the back folds up and there's like a storage spot for blankets and stuff underneath. So we have blankets in there and the cats love to go in and go up under into it and like sleep into the blankets. So I think Erin's down under there and she's like sees Erin in there and wants to play with her.
Oh. Yeah. If I scream in the next like 10 seconds, don't worry about it.
Coco's just jumping.
Those are some big eyes. Big like sauces.
Yeah, she's in full blown attack mode right now.
Cool. My dear, I'm going to have to ask you to cease and desist.
Well, that we are 1 minute away from the 60-minute mark, which I know we had generally wanted to shoot for around an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, the first who knows if it will get released or not, but the first few attempts of this recording were not ideal.
I mean, we still definitely have to do like a lot of kind of general editing to kind of see where we're at with this.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love the chaos of this, I can only imagine how it is to hear from someone else.
Right? Like, all I can think of is our sign-off just being like, well, if you could keep up with this episode, see you next time. Like,
I think that's, like, kind of a good thing, though, because, as much, like, I like podcasts in general, but, like, also, like, the bouncing ideas kind of thing. Like, I still wanted it to be, like, mildly coherent.
Yeah. And, I mean, especially where this one, we didn't really have a theme for.
Yeah.
Like in our other ones where we like have a topic we're gonna talk about, and it might help keep us on track a little bit more.
Yeah. Like I think like next time we'll kind of lay out a bit more of a script and how much time we're willing to spend on a topic.
Yeah, and now that we've got like this under our belt, we'll be a little bit more comfortable probably next time. So, are we signing off now?
I think so.
Are we gonna turn off the customer service podcast voice and go back to gremlin mode?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, thank you for listening.
If you did listen the whole way through and were able to keep up,
Yeah.
thanks. We appreciate it. We hope you stick along with this ride.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be fun. I mean,
It's gonna be chaotic.
it's chaotic. If you like just hanging out, listening to two people talk about the random shit that pops into their brain, then you have found the podcast for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Feel the vibes, join the hive mind.
Yeah! Sign up, dude! You get a pair of socks if you sign up today. Just kidding. We are not legally obligated to give you a pair of socks.
No. Like I said, that's my lunch. I can't have you eating my socks. They're mine, okay?
All right, time for me to go back under the shed. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Bye!
Bye.